Welcome to We Need to Talk. And this time, we need to talk about your internal story. I like to call it the inner story. It's what you say to and about yourself to the world. Now, your inner story is something that was installed kind of like software when you were very young. Your early caregivers, whether through words or actions, taught you what it meant to get along in the world. And so, of course, you're going to adapt those ideas. Why would you do anything different? But sometimes, as we grow older, those stories become maladaptive. They are, ideas and concepts that don't necessarily apply with your adult life. And so it's incumbent upon you to come to a place of recognizing what those stories are, deciding which ones actually work for you, and changing the ones that don't. I like to call it your inner story. It's about understanding, embracing, and rewriting that story. So today, let's talk about the understanding part. It's important to recognize that the software, our internal process, was installed by people who really felt like they were doing the best for us. It's important to recognize that the people who teach us how to be in the world are motivated by one primary thing, and that is generally fear. It's their job when we're very young to keep us safe, right? So, we learn things that are really useful, like don't walk in front of trains or lie down on hot stoves, but there are other ideas about what it takes to be in the world, like don't cry or I'll give you something to cry about, don't make yourself stand out because you'll get knocked over, rich people are mean and unscrupulous. I mean, there are all sorts of stories that we get that we don't even realize we're getting. So we go into our adult lives with these stories with this kind of semi-conscious expectation of what the world is like, and then wonder why we're bumping up against situations where our expectations are not being met or are not in alignment with our actual goals. We can say we want something over and over, but then we exhibit behaviors and beliefs that don't allow us to achieve it. So when you are exploring what you think might be your inner story, do so with a lot of compassion. Take it easy on yourself. And I am never advocating that we blame our early caregivers for what they taught us, because frankly, they learned from other people who were doing the best they could with what they had. So, this is the time for us to sort of come to a place of forgiveness about how these limiting stories were acquired, and then just make some different choices now. Now, another important thing to remember about the inner story is that we learn everything through repetition. That's why you can still remember nursery rhymes no matter what age you are. So the trick then to changing a particular pattern is to simply choose what you want instead and to repeat that pattern over and over again. If you have difficulty identifying what those stories are, then please get in touch. I can help you pretty quickly get to the bottom of what belief structure is sort of guiding your behavior and therefore getting the kinds of results that you're getting in your life. I think I could probably help you with that straight away. And in the meanwhile, think in terms of, I'm going to be easy on myself for my beliefs. I'm going to decide which of them work for me, and understand that sometimes work is not necessarily a benefit, what we would think is a benefit. There's some seemingly negative characteristics that actually really are beneficial to you in a lot of ways. So don't think about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Think about what's one thing in this moment today that I want to change. And again, if you need help with that, please give me a call. My 800 number and my contact information is below, and I would be happy to help you. And so let's talk soon.